Esselamu Aleyküm ve Rahmetullah. Euzubillahimineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Subhanallah. Rabbi şrah li sadri ve yessir li emri ve hlul ukdeten min lisani yefkahu kavli ve ceal li veziran min ehli Harun ahi iştud bihi ezri ve yeşriku fi emri key nusebbihake kethira ve nezkurake kethira inneke kunte bina basira. I'm very sorry for everything, for the delay, for the train, and then you see. Bismillah. We are going to study this 17th section of the Qur'an, which is Isra, I believe, and 15th, the verse 15th. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. من اهتدى فإنما يهتدي لنفسه ومن ضل فإنما يضل عليها ولا تزر وازرة وزر أخرى وما كنا معذبين حتى نبعث رسولا. So general one verse, but we are going to study this verse in 3 sections. So you will see that why we are going to study 3 sections, because they may seem to be not directly related. They are related, but we will take them part one part. Whoever chooses to be guided, it is only for their own good. And whoever chooses to stray, it is only to their own loss. That is one part. Another part is, no soul will bear another. No soul will bear another's burden. And the third part, we would never punish a people until we have sent a messenger to deliver the message. Of course, the messengers are to deliver the message. So I just put a note here, sorry, or took this one up. There are 3 main principles in this one verse. Let's study them one by one. All right, that's what we said. No? Studied all this? Oh, no? Where is it? Okay. The next one. Did I delete them? Oh, yeah. All right. And no. Allahu Akbar. Whoever chooses to be guided, it is only for their own good, and whoever chooses to stray, it is only to their own loss. So this is the verse talking about. It's up to you. You are absolutely free. You have free will to choose. So if you choose to be guided, to choose to follow the right path, then that's for your good. God is not going to benefit from it. You will benefit from it. But if you choose, whoever chooses to stray, it is only for their own loss. Understood, the language is clear, isn't it? But there are other verses in the Quran which says, this is one example, and those people who read the Quran, they will really realize that there are many examples of it. من يهدي الله فهو المهتدي ومن يضل فأولئك هم الخاسرون. The rough meaning, whomsoever God guides, he is rightly guided. And whom he leads, God leads astray, they are the losers. This point is important because there are many verses in the Quran says that I guide you, I misguided. You remember, there are a lot of them. But this verse says, whoever chooses to be guided, I choose. But other verses says, no, God decides. Okay. How do we reconcile these 2 verses? Well, this is the problem of somehow this age. And everybody says, since God decides for me to be guided, it's not my responsibility. So how do we reconcile these two verses? And there are a lot of verses in the Quran like this one. Now, everybody knows that there are a lot. Any suggestion, how do we really, which one is true? One of them says, you are choosing it when for your own benefit. The other one says, no, God guides you. And you will be guided as if only God guides you. Do you see the problem? Did I? No? Okay. One verse says simple way of putting it. One verse says, you choose to be guided or not, or to be misled. That's up to you. The other one says, God decides to who is going to guide, who is going to be guided. So if God guides you, you will be guided. If God misleads you, you will be astray. Which one is true? All right. And how do we reconcile it? Would you know?
I think maybe, this is very limited my view, I'm just wondering, like maybe the contradiction, like that's inherently evident there, is like a reminder that we have some degree of free will in how we act, but ultimately there is this divine Lord that has overarching power over us. Like the fact that they seem to contradict is characterizing like the human experience.
Yeah. I can give you an example, a simple example. A farmer or you yourself in your garden, you want to grow tomatoes. You know? When the Quran speaks, Quran says, I am creating the tomato. And human being says, if I don't plant the tomato, you cannot create it. If I don't plant it, you cannot create it. But the Quran says, I am creating it. But at the same time, excuse me, excuse me. No, come on. At the same time, when I do the till the earth and get it ready and put the seed and take care of the seed and the plant, and then yeah, I did something, but did I add anything to the creation of tomatoes? I just put water. Did I help God? No. God says, I create the tomato. But it seems to be if I don't take the first step, God doesn't create it. If I don't take the first step, God doesn't create. This is the principle of the Quran. When Quran talks, I mean, the main mission of the Quran is to introduce who the speaker in the Quran is. It means the creator of the universe. It means the Rabbul Alameen, the Lord of the world. It means God. So God is introducing himself. So he speaks from his perspective. For example, in the example of growing the tomatoes, he says, I am creating it, you are not creating it. But the farmer says, if I don't plant it, you don't create. So he points out that, farmer, be careful. When you do all sorts of preparations, you are not adding anything to the act of creating, but you are asking me to create the tomatoes. Did you get it? You are asking me to create the tomatoes. How? God says, how are you going to ask? For example, if I want to reserve a room here, another room, this is already reserved, but doesn't help. Can you change my age back to 25 or something? Thank you very much. It is very kind of you. But thank you. So, where are we? Now, the farmer's action, farming, watering, taking care of the plant, is his free will, presenting his free will. By using his free will, he's presenting what he wants from the creator to create. Go back to the example of reserving a room. If you want to reserve another room, this already reserved, that's not a problem now. But another room, what I have to do? I have to ask the administrator to give the permission. Oh, they will ask for money, but so I have to pay. But administration says, I am the owner of the room. I am the one who gives. What did I do? If I don't apply for it, it doesn't give. But if I apply for it, the administrator is the one who gives the room. What am I doing in this relationship? Administration says, rooms belong to me. Only I can give it. But in bracket, if you want, you have to apply for it. Fill in the form or application form. Did you see the relationship? From administrator's side, he is the one authorized to give it. From my side, I am the one who is presenting my need to the administration. Now, when administrator talks, he says, I am the authority. When I talk, I must be aware that I am asking for the room. I am the needy one. So Qur'an speaks in the example is the administrator speaks here. And I am the one who presents the order form and say that I want this room. So here, whoever chooses to be guided, whoever presents the form, that I want to be guided. I want to be guided. And then the other verse says, nah, whomsoever God guides, he is rightly guided. He is the one who is the source of guidance. That is what how we should read the Quran. We cannot read it just literally like this. God guides. He decides whom he's going to choose. Got it? So what shall I do? Even I have free will, but God's will overtakes my free will. So why should I bother? I don't hear. So you have to either shout or somebody will transfer when they hear. You hear it? Yeah, you can transfer. Okay. Can you, yeah. Is it finished? Sorry. Did you understand the question? I think it's a question.
You want me to repeat the question?
Repeat or rephrase it.
I'll repeat because I'm not fully sure I fully understand. But she's saying basically if our free will is what we need to and we just obey the order of the universe to get the creation. right?
No, obey of the creation, yes.
The order of the universe.
Order of the
Follow
universe.
Well, I think, yeah, basically is the extent of our free will whether we decide to obey or not obey the order of the universe.
Is the
Yeah.
extent of our free will whether we decide to obey the order of the universe or not obey.
Oh,
That's how much
but
free will.
yes, extension to what you said exactly. When we obey the order, we are obeying the will of the creator of the order, establisher of the order. So we are obeying God. So when we fill in the form, simple example, but explains, when we fill in the form, we are obeying the rule of the administrator. If I shout here, give me a room, no one takes care of me. And they may think that I'm crazy because I'm not obeying the order of the administration. So our choice is only following the order of the way we are created, the way the universe is created. Both ways, my feelings are created by the same creator of the universe. So in both way, I am obeying the creator and presenting my neediness that I cannot have a room unless you give me. So this, whoever chooses to be guided is presenting the room, presenting the order, as you said, good point. I am again, while I am presenting the my order form, I am obeying the administrator. If someone says, no, I want it, no, I want room, they wouldn't give me. If the farmer says, I want tomatoes, great for me, will you give it to me? No. Why? You are disobeying. So rebelling and asking the authority to give you the result, but rebelling it. If someone rebels in a country, they will just put him in prison. Yeah.
I have a question, but that sense. Oh,
Hmm.
picture I very well. What does hidayah mean?
What does
Hidayah.
guidance? Guidance means, it's okay. Did you finish?
Well, within the how do I know that I'm guided? Right? Because sometimes, right, guidance and iman we say are, go up and down. Right? And that's very normal. But how do I know that I've received hidayah? Is it a continual
No.
process, or what does it mean to have hidayah? Or
I
go
would,
somewhere else.
my very simple way of understanding guidance and going astray. Now, first of all, at the level of our existence, guidance means, as far as I understand, but this is just a way of description. It may bring another question now itself. So first, asking in the way that appropriate to the way that I am, my reality, I call it, not contradicting my reality. Follow-up question: how can I know that I am really not contradicting my reality? This follow-up question. Another way of making sure that I'm not really contradicting my reality. So we have to understand, as far as the guidance is concerned, what Quran means by guidance. So if you try to understand the concept which is used by the Quran, you have to see the purpose of the Quran, who is speaking in the Quran. If someone doesn't believe in God, he will look for guidance, for example, in his human nature. But if someone understands that my human nature is created and I am in well, full communication or interaction with the rest of the universe, right? So I can easily say, whoever created me must be the creator of the whole universe. Because I am in complete interaction with the universe. My feelings and what are they, what they are out there. So guidance means if I use my own feelings and what the universe is, how the universe speaks to me, it means tells me, informs me about the qualities of its creator. Now, again, still theoretical, what I am going to say. If my feelings connect themselves to the qualities of the creator manifested in the universe, it means if I connect my feelings to the source of its existence, it is a little bit theoretical. Connect my feelings to the source of their existence, which is the source of the existence of the universe. This direct connection, I will give you an example if it makes sense. This connect direction doesn't have any divergence, any straying. Direct. It means me and my creator. For example, my sense of love directly related to God's quality of vedud, it's a lover. So if I use my sense of love in order to acknowledge the source of its existence, which is God's love, I am on straight path. That's what the Quran says, straight path is, without diversion, directly to God. For example, simple example, if you say that you give this the same type of examples, I don't mind because it explains. Now, if I go to the tree to pick up a fruit, what shall we pick up today? Orange or what? It's very standard. So let's put mango. So mango. I go to the orchard or the tree and pick up the mango. Look, my feeling, I love mango. I want to have it. I want to eat it. I want to get nourishment. How beautiful it is. While I am trying to get it, if I say my sense of love, my sense of need for nourishment, yeah, beauty, for example, I want the best one, best looking one. Yeah, no one, everyone wants the best looking one. If I say the mango is created by the one who loves me, who knows my sense of love, and who knows my sense of beauty, who knows my sense of taste. He is giving it to me. This is straight, I am connecting to the source of existence of mango with the source of existence of myself, my human side. Now, how about straight? I go to the tree and mango tree, and I pick up the mango from not God, from the tree. I mean, in my mind. Now, tree produced the mango. But tree is created by God. What happened? Diverted. Not directly to God, to tree, from tree, as I lost today my train connection from one room to another, from another, to direct, not running. So, not straight, diverted. that is going astray. That is going in astray. Dalale. Dalale means is you are going straight on the way. If you just go this way, dalle in Arabic, dalle. Yeah?
Like veering off the path.
Yeah. Of-
But if you don't, you're saying acknowledging the tree is a diversion, but what if you don't acknowledge the tree or the soil or the sun or the anything and you just eat that mango? Is
No.
that more of a stray than
Lost. Yeah, lost. Now, Dalim, why do you think in Islamic literature, and also people usually talk about it, Dalin who go astray, غير in Fatiha, غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Yeah? They say, Maghdub Jews, Darling Christians. Why do they say that? Not necessarily they are talking about human beings, people. No. The Christian or Christian theology. Now, Christian theology says God the Father and Son or this kind of Son of God. So, what does it mean? I have to go through the Son. Yeah. When they say Lord, by the way, they mean Jesus. So, but they accept that Lord Jesus is the Son of God. So they acknowledge God. What happened? Jesus became three. Yeah? Jesus became three. So we have to understand it's not complicated at all, very easy. That's it. I mean, I think we have to move further. All right. Are we not proud? Are we not proud of those who revert to Islam, and also with the number of the population of the Muslims in the world? So, why did I ask this question? Because whoever chooses to be guided for himself, none of my business. Yeah? But we say, congratulations, brothers, sisters, welcome. So we love you. So we are proud of the number of the people who join us. Embrace Islam, convert or revert. I don't care which word you use, but we know what we mean. So, but we have to congratulate him because he was successful in the way to fulfill the purpose of his existence. Don't you congratulate the person who gets honor degree from NYU? If this is your son, are you not proud of him? Or his daughter, especially daughter? Are you not proud of it? That is why we are proud, not because our number increased. Number doesn't matter. Because he is successful in reaching the purpose and fulfilling the purpose of his existence, of her existence. That is why I think his brothers are waiting for prayer. We started today a bit late, so we may a bit go further after 7. If you are patient enough, I love it. But if you don't, you can start. We cannot give break. It's recording. So that's up to you. Did we understand why are we proud? In fact, not because we are proud of it, because we are congratulating them. That is very human. So now, do these kinds of verses relate to any converts, any reverts? Only, I would say, to only converts. It's obvious, isn't it? It also really, these verses directly related to ourselves. Okay, how can I utilize this verse? So there is a verse in the Quran just like يَمُنُّ عَلَيْكَ أَنْ أَسْلَمُوا قُلْ لَا تَمُنُّ عَلَيْهِ إِسْلَامَكُمْ بَلِ اللَّهُ يَمُنُّ عَلَيْكُمْ أَنْ هَدَاكُمْ إِنْ كُنْتُمْ صَادِقِينَ. Now, they are just say, look, يَمُنُّ, how do you say يَمُنُّ عَلَيْكَ أَنْ أَسْلَمُوا? I mean, saying that, look, you have to take care of us. We became Muslims. Now, because they embrace Islam, so they want special treatment. No, you don't know. He says, no. God wants from you special treatment for him. It means you have to be thankful to God because you reached the guidance. So we have to be thankful, not rather than being proud of it, but we have to be thankful to God that I am on the right path. And this ability to acknowledge the right path is given to me by God. Because when you do something, very simple example, if you hurt yourself, do you feel pleased? No. But if you do something good things, good action, for example, successful in your business, in your class, in your job, you feel happy. So this happiness is just a sign that you are on the right track. Now, Assalamu alaikum. Now, I came because of the train connection. We're a bit late, so can we go 10 more minutes and then stop or not?
I think people are just waiting for that.
So I asked them, they can pray. Otherwise, 10 minutes later we will start all together. What did they say?
We'll make it.
Okay, please go ahead. Yeah, please. And we will join you later on or make our own comment. Okay. وَلَا تَزْرُ, it's the beautiful verse again, the part of the verse. وَلَا تَزْرُ وَازِرَةُ وِزْرَ أُخْرَى. No soul will bear another's burden. No one is responsible for another's burden. So it is a very practical verse. But my question is, can we blame a person because they are a member of a nation that is harming Muslims?
I think no.
No?
I would say no, unless they are doing it
Themselves.
correctly.
Yeah.
Then no.
So, for example, in war conditions, what the Prophet was warning the commanders, the assigns, said, be careful, very careful. Only combatant ones you will fight with, not the people there, not the other people. But nowadays, who is taking care of this? Who is taking care of it? Do you think we should join and come back again? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Sorry for this, but I'm not sorry, but the timing is like so. It is very hard not to generalize it, not to generalize the situation. For example, these people, Americans, Arabs, it's very stereotyping. It's very, very bad. And then Qur'an says, no, you cannot do that. If somebody does something, he is responsible, she is responsible, not others. Of course, the verse seems to be talking about this, which is correct, but there are more than this. Inshallah, we will come there. So we should not say that Pakistanis are like this. No, we don't know. We don't know. So we understood that. But if I am harmed by a member of a family, go a little bit deeper now. Can I cut off my relationship with the other members of the family at the same time? Why? وَلَا تَزْرُ. Again, there's a no soul will bear another soul. So I have to be very careful not to confuse this. So if somebody harms you, that's the person. Now, but in practical life, difficult, isn't it? So it's very difficult. But we have to check. Now, the third question: can I blame a person completely because of their one bad character or once doing something once? Can I generalize it for the person himself or herself? Again, no soul will bear another's, because this verse says وَلَا تَزْرُ وَازِرَةٌ وِزْرَ أُخْرَى. Although it has to be translated in some way that we should understand, but those people who know Arabic know that there is no soul here. Anybody bears the burden. And anything bears the burden. It means responsibility. That is his responsibility. So a person may have one character which is bad, and I am harmed, I am annoyed by it, but I should not generalize it that this person is completely corrupt or completely harmful for me. I should be very careful. This is difficult. This is difficult, but for example, if I read a book and I see that one paragraph I don't agree with, can I say that the all ideas of the author is wrong? I shouldn't. Again, the same thing. I shouldn't. So, again, generalization is very bad. But fundamental thing is, if a person, let's go to this. Can you give us some more examples of this, please? And in your life, practical life, for example, any more examples of this, not transferring the responsibility from one thing to another?
Something that I know I personally struggled a lot with is, and I see it a lot in a lot of people, is this person's a bad Muslim, or I grew up with a bad Muslim family, so therefore Islam is bad. Right? The rejection of the entire religion because the people around you didn't treat you well. So I think that's something that.
Now, also, is it true for Christians as well?
Yeah, I think
Okay,
it's true for religion.
I will ask any question. Is it true for Jews as well?
Yeah.
No. You see, yeah, especially nowadays. So now we should blame the religion now of the person who belongs to this particular religion. So we have to be careful. So if a Christian person identifies himself as a Christian, can we say that this person definitely should be blamed with Christian theology?
Say that question again.
No,
I didn't
I mean,
understand.
Like blame towards
no,
people.
sorry, he says, I'm a Christian. Can I say that all kinds of Christian theological matters this person agrees with? No, because in also that is correct for Muslims as well. When we see that a Muslim does something or says something, it doesn't mean that all Islam is like that. The other part may be different. So we have to be careful. It is very practical, very useful. For example, This very famous, not a famous, very common. Do you like, for example, do you like snakes? Example, I don't think you experienced it, but maybe a mosquito bites you. Can I say these mosquitoes? Blah blah blah. No, one of them bit you. You cannot say all mosquitoes are heinous and harmful. This kind of generalizations really are blocked by this verse. So, I mean, it seems to be no soul, no being, nobody is responsible for another's responsibility. Nothing can be responsible for another's responsibility. So, practically speaking, it is very, very useful to be a just person and also benefit from. Don't block yourself from all the thing, all the goodness because of one thing. There is a dot there. Now, this very famous example. They say it's very famous example. There's a story, but I don't know if that's true or not. Maybe a Sufi story because they teach usually with uh, uh, metaphors usually. So one person got married with a lady. Example, of course, and one eye is not seeing. He said, "You." Some of his friends, one of his friends said, "Your wife's one eye is blind." He said, "I look at the, uh, I would say, normal functioning eye, not that eye." So that is a very delicate example, isn't it? So we say now, this eye is bad. It doesn't mean that all of the eyes of the person are bad. That is interesting, but it needs training. I found that it is difficult to apply it in one's life. Yeah, I found that.
Another example is,
Yes.
and I think like if I find that my relationship with my creator is strained because of a shortcoming that I have, similarly, I should also not cut myself off just because I made one or this many mistakes.
Yeah, because of one failure.
Yeah.
Now I shouldn't completely say. Yeah. For example, let's say God says, pray yours, prostrate before physically and also mentally, spiritually, prostrate yourself before me. And for any reason, there may be some people who are not praying. So this person said, "No, I'm not obeying God," and forget about it. But he can fast. It's a good extension. He can fast. He can give to charity. Right? Example. Now, the last part of the verse here, this is more a bit needs special attention. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وما كنا معذبين حتى نبعث رسولا. All these three seemingly disconnected parts are one verse. It was collection of the ethical values. You remember that the title of this section of the study is
Ethical lessons from the Quran.
yeah, ethical lessons of the Quran. So I selected all the beautiful ethical principles in the Quran. So one of them is this: we would never punish a group of people, no, or Oh, I mean, وَمَا كُنَّا مُعَذِّبِينَ حَتَّى نَبْعَثَ رَسُولًا. Not necessarily a people. No, we are not going to punish until حَتَّى نَبْعَثَ رَسُولًا. Not necessarily a people. We would never punish until we have sent the messenger. Of course, in brackets, I have to say it because messengers are not the messenger itself only. So, the time is up. 7:30. There is an event here. So, do you think we should study this very delicate subject next week? Because 7:30, the students start coming, and they will prepare the dinner serving. I think this is an important subject to be left for to the next week. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم وآخر دعواهم أن الحمد لله رب العالمين بحرمة سر سورة الفاتحة. اللهم صل. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay, thank you very much. And I'm sorry for the inconvenience today. I don't know, next week, do you think this